So here we go. This is a familiar name from my channel if you've been following it for a while. It's called YouturtleITower. This is the proper username is Karadrime, and funny enough, this is the Smurf the Smurf account where Karadrime only plays Incas, and funny enough, with that one trick, Incas Civ, he has got a higher elo than his other proper account called Karadrime. It's called YouturtleITower because if the opponent tries to turtle, wall in and whatever, he's gonna make towers and punish you. Also, Karadrime loves the Eagles play, even in the feudal age with the Incas, and it is actually viable, especially for the Incas, to go for feudal age Eagles, because when you place the houses, you save a tiny bit of wood eventually, because you will be getting 10 population space per house. So that means at least one less house, one fewer house in the Dark Age. Freeing up some wood to drop another barracks, so you'll have at least 2 barracks to produce your eagles from, which admittedly produce very slowly in the Dark Age. No, Feudal Age. You can't produce eagles in the Dark Age, thankfully. That would be a nightmare. So, Eagle Scout, scouting the backside here, wanting to find the hunt, the boar. Yeah, the boar has been found, the hunt is over here, but more importantly, YouturtleITower needs to find the 2 Gaia cows out here to bring in some extra food. Otherwise, the older gold might steal it. This is their elos, by the way, currently, at the game this play was played. At the time this game was played. Damn it! I can't even talk anymore. 1528 to 1579. So, slight elo advantage for the blue player here, but nothing too crazy. There's the mill for YouturtleITower. Also going to spot the hunt in the back here. Probably going to push in a couple of them for the food boost to be able to actually go for feudal age eagles here. If that's the plan, mind you. I don't know if that's the case. But looks like YouturtleITower wants to push them... Oh, looks like he wants to push them towards the mill. Yes? No? Yes? There's 3 villagers here next to the mill. And hunt collects faster than berries, so that's a no-brainer to bring in the hunt. Yeah, right next to the mill there. Perfect. 4 villagers on the hunt, and you'll deplete the hunting meat completely before... after. Yeah, I mean, you won't risk the villagers running back and forth to complete them. But also now going to push the second deer... Ooh, to the mill as well, actually. I guess why not? It's close enough. Hunt collection is pretty fast, so that shouldn't be too much of a concern. So the older gold is pushing deer as well, and with the food investment going on here, I would suspect that the hunts player is definitely thinking about the scouts here, which would be one of the hunts' go-to play. Of course, their stables work 20% faster. That's the team bonus, so that's certainly going to come in handy for producing scout cavalry, or any kind of cavalry, for you and your teammates. In this case, it's a 1v1, so it only benefits the hunts, obviously. Second number camp coming up here, and it's the 19 population up for the older gold. YouturtleITower maybe going for 21 or 22 pop here. 22 probably for the healthiest economy for Eagles player, if Eagle Scouts is the idea here. There comes the first barracks for YouturtleITower, just as the older gold is moving out to scout for the first time here to confirm the enemy location. Just move straight out, and it's usually going to be like that. Sometimes it could be here, it could be here, but yeah, it's gonna get lucky here. Gonna see the barracks. Probably going to expect a Drush or Men-at-Arms play here of the Incas, and that's not quite the case, is it? It's going to be 21 population up here for YouturtleITower, but with 35 seconds of idle TC time, so could have easily been 22 here. There's the field lace for YouturtleITower as well, just about to complete the second barracks and a blacksmith. So he's going for double barracks and then the blacksmith upgrades, rather than a third barracks to really boost the production numbers here. Two scouts out, and the last cow gets sniped by the old gold here as well. So that's a cheeky move by the Huns here, going to get a 150 food boost here, as YouturtleITower's spearman is forward but moving back out, actually reconverting the cow, so never mind, it's not going to steal anything there. That looks a bit rough for YouturtleITower here, going to lose one, maybe two builders on the woodland here. But behind this, also imbuing Eagle Scouts to match the Scouts numbers of the Huns here. 2 eco kills for the Wood Bear. About to get a third one! This is great value from the older gold here. But admittedly, wood access isn't the largest concern for YouturtleITower at this point. You see the Eagle Scouts in queue, right? It's 2 barracks producing them. We're also going to get scale mail armor for the Eagles to make it a lot harder for the scouts to, well, scout cavalry to take them out. It's 4 eagles to 3 scouts, but the Hunnic scouts, they don't have any cavalry upgrades here. So currently it's the upgrades at least are in favor of YouturtleITower here. 1 stray eagle forward is going to get a kill as well. That's a pretty cheeky snipe right there, while the older gold has been busy paying attention to his own scouts. Nine builders to 7 here now, so spearmen mixed in as well. Absolutely necessary to deal with the scouts numbers of the Huns here, especially if the Huns player also goes for blacksmith upgrades. The blacksmith is there, the upgrade is not. Well, let's see if we get an engagement here. I'm still favoring the scout cab here. If you look at the overall HP difference here, it's going to be hard to contest the spearman though. Somehow finding an opening to the woodland here, so the small wall's not efficient enough, and that's going to be some losses for the older gold here. With having to evacuate one woodland, the other one not walled at all for now. Spearman making it very awkward for the scouts to engage as well, albeit there's 10 scouts total in the mix here, but they're not really in a position to counter-attack here. YouturtleITower takes some losses, but the KD is 6-5, and they seem to be trading somewhat evenly here. That's another builder snipe for YouturtleITower. 3-2 in the Eco KD department. The idle TC time is lower for the Huns, though, never having to build houses here. And he drops another 2 stables here to pump out the even more scouts. Committing to the scouts here. Do we have wheelbarrow? No. So with 17 farms, it's limited how efficient they actually are when you don't have wheelbarrow, so it's going to be hard to keep up triple stables scouts production if you don't have wheelbarrow for your farms to bring in food more quickly and efficiently. That middle placement helps, though the farm placement seems efficient enough here for the blue player. And somehow YouturtleITower denies both stables here at the same time, which is ridiculous to me that that's actually happening. So that's going to limit the scouts production even more. We now have 3 barracks at home for YouturtleITower as well, so double barracks, blacksmith, then another barracks as soon as you can afford it. That seems to be the play here, and effectively outmassing or out-microing really the older gold's armies here. Still keeping that 3rd stable unbuilt. And only forging in for the older gold here. Yes, there's 2 stables producing, and the Huns bonus is helping out here. But the lack of wheelbarrow, that might be the key factor for the older gold's production here. I like how we snuck 1 builder around there to complete that 3rd stable, though. So it's going to be producing out of 3 stables as soon as the food income allows. The scouts getting a very decent trades here as well. Now it's YouturtleITower who is low on scouts numbers here. They're both very low on the economy, so neither of them will be clicking the next stage anytime soon. So who has the better production is 8 military again for YouturtleITower here to the older gold with 3 stables but only producing out of 2 of them. So it has the faster producing stables but does not have the food economy to back it up now. 24 farms, still no wheelbarrow. That's what hurts here, not having wheelbarrow. It really limits your food income in terms of keeping all 3 stables producing consistently. No production whatsoever now. Prioritizing armor for the 4 scouts currently on the field. I'm not sure. I feel like scouts numbers could have been more beneficial now, but you have the 3 stables to produce from, so I guess the older gold will be able to keep up regardless. But look at the army production from YouturtleITower now. 3 eagles, 14 farms, could be more than enough to go to the Castle Age, and the Incas player will definitely be reaching the Castle Age well ahead of the Huns here, in which case the Castle Age blacksmith upgrades and eventually the Eagle Warrior upgrade will absolutely overrun the scouts on the field. You could even go into the pikeman upgrade if the eco allows for Incas here. If you look at the timing here, it's going to be a 23-24 minute Castle Age here. It's not too far off your crossbow timing for an archer civ, though that might happen at more like 22-23. At least at this elo level, could be even quicker and smoother as well. 4th barracks going up. This is going to be full eagles for YouturtleITower, a familiar sight for sure. Didn't go to the middle yet, but why would you when you have another 3,000 gold in the back here? That 2,800 gold, that should be about I mean 2,400 gold, which should be about 24 more eagles at least, because the eagles cost 60 gold apiece. So yes, one tile of gold sustains a little bit over 10 eagles, right? So 10, 20, 30, a little bit more actually. My maths is all wrong, but... Or is it 50 gold per eagle? I'm getting sleepy here now. How much for an eagle? 50 gold, okay, so 2,000... 2,400 gold. 48 eagles, a lot more, that's twice of what I said. So this 3,000 gold is going to give you, if you only focus on eagles, upgrades notwithstanding, you'd be able to afford 48 eagles off the gold. It's going to be a little bit less considering the upgrades. +1/+1, no bloodlines though for the older gold. Catholic is in. Upgrades are, well, Eagle Warrior coming in first here actually for YouturtleITower. Scouts getting some raids in here, but not really getting the villager kills. We don't have squires yet, so the scout cab is notably faster. But at home base, the older gold just kicked the castle age, and the base is far from walled for the Hunts player here, so the counter eagle raids should not be too far off here. That was just about cleaning up the aggression at hand here, even committing some villagers to fight here. As Blue gets a cheeky little kill there. Another TC being added by the Incas. Another 2 TCs being added by the Incas at home base here. On stone, mind you, for towers or castles to claim more map control, notably in the middle, where you'll be needing more... well, you'll have to expand. You have to expand to the middle to access golds and stones later on in we. So just 2 scouts left now for the older gold. There's a massive eco lead for the Hunts player going into the castle age, but there's also 3 TCs about to complete for, or the 3rd TC about to complete for YouturtleITower here. So, assuming the food count is on point, it shouldn't be too much of an issue to catch up in villager count here, depending on how the older gold plays the castle age. It seems to be wanting to play 4 stables. Knights here, and +1/+1 is already in. The Bloodlines is in as well, so that's a good response to pure Eagles play here. A bit surprised YouturtleITower insist upon taking out this gate here, because you could just as easily just dance around. Squires is in, Arson is not, but once you get a critical amount of Eagles, let's say 25-30 Eagles, you could easily sit underneath TC with your +2 armor and idle a lot and obstruct income. Eagle Warriors, tiny bonus damage against cavalry, so 3 bonus damage, which makes it easy to snipe scouts and manageable to snipe knights as well, at least when you have these kinds of numbers. Look at the idle time here cost here on the older golds. There's barely any farmers at all. I mean, yes, you're going to get your first... Why is he queued light cab though? I guess he really feels like he needs army, but the Eagles are going to lead the light cab alive here. You need knights. You need knights. You need... Yes, it's a bit of a distraction, but the Eagle fold out of 4 barracks here is just not going to stop anytime soon. And I think Blue would have benefit from being even a little bit more patient here and garrisoning knights inside the stables instead, and let's say is able to field 8-10 knights. It would be way easier to clean up the Eagle Warriors. The light cab would melt. They are weaker. They don't have the knights kind of hit points. They have a worse armor as well, and the Eagles have bonus damage against cavalry. So while they were getting some trades in there, is not nearly enough to survive the pressure here of YouturtleITower. 4 barracks consistently producing Eagles now, and 3 town centers not currently producing, but they're providing support against any potential raids here. And in the meantime, even the production buildings will be eaten by the Eagles here, because Arson is in now. The only thing missing for fully upgraded Castle Age Eagles here is the +2 attack that Iron Forging brings. Why the light cab? What makes Blue think that light cab could hold off the fight here? That's interesting to me. Maybe because they produce faster to get the proper math, but it's a bit impatient here. Maybe Blue simply freaked out over the pressure. It's vastly behind in the economy and in military numbers as well. Twice the population for YouturtleITower in the end, with ending at 69 pop here. Nice. Dennis is here. Hello, Dennis. Beer count 4, indeed. Late to the party. Yes, I was considering calling it now, actually, but